It was difficult. Let's get started.
Have you ever wondered how waking up at 6 a.m. might totally transform your life and change everything? Well, I decided to do just that, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how my life changed by waking up at 6 a.m. every single day religiously for 3 months. And spoiler alert, it changed everything. Well, not exactly, but here's what happened. Hi guys, my name is Ilko, and I decided to take on this journey after listening to an audiobook that maybe a lot of you have heard of. The book is called The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma, a great piece of business literature, motivation, and in this video you can expect to see my initial struggles as I took on this challenge of waking up every single day at 6 a.m., how I managed those struggles, what sort of habits I built, how it changed my life, what did I do with the extra time that I got. Did I stick with my routine? Will I continue to wake up at 6:30? All of those things. And some practical tips so that you can start waking up early and own your mornings and own your day and get 5 times more things done, right? And much more, so let's get started. The first day I woke up at 6, I hated myself. I hated the world. I hated the alarm. I wasn't even sure if I'm gonna wake up and actually properly start my day. I was like, I'm just gonna snooze the alarm. Nothing's gonna happen. My life is not a failure. It's fine if I wake up 1 hour later, because when I started waking up at 6 a.m., before that, I was waking up around 7:30. And I thought that I could wake up at 5 and start the 5 a.m. club thing. But I'm that type of guy that needs 8 hours of sleep. I don't know about you, let me know down in the comments how many hours of sleep you need. But I'm that type of guy that needs 8 hours of sleep. And so waking up at 5 means that I need to be asleep at 9 o'clock in the evening, which is impossible for me. I'm 23 years old. Well, not yet, in a month, but I'm 22 years old, and I have a social life, right? I'm trying, right? I also run a business, so it's a bit difficult to be extremely social every single day, as I am in the beginner stages of my business and I have to do a lot to keep it going. So I need to be there, and I can't be with friends every single night. But even if I'm not with friends, 9 a.m. is just too early for me. And so I was like, I'm gonna try the 6 a.m. club. And the first morning I woke up, it was a nightmare. Honestly, it was, I was used to waking up at 7:30 before that, and that was an hour and 30 minutes difference. And most people online are going to give you the advice that you need to wake up, first, if you woke up at 7:30, then you need to wake up 7:15 for a week or two, and then you need to wake up at 7 for a week or two, and then 6:45, etc. But no, I was like, no, I'm going to go full in, all in. I need to start waking up at 6 a.m. tomorrow. And so I did. And the first day was very difficult. But I managed to wake up. And I was like, if it's going to be this difficult, do I really want to wake up every single day at 6:30, at 6 o'clock? You know, the funny thing was, the first day I woke up, I got to my desk at 8:30, something like that, 8:30. So it took me 2 hours and a half to actually get to my desk and start my work, which it usually takes me an hour 15 minutes. So if I had waken up 1 hour later, 7 o'clock, I would have went to my desk at the same time as I did when I woke up at 6 a.m. on my first day of waking up at 6 a.m. What the author says in this book is that every change is difficult in the beginning, frightening in the middle, and wonderful at the end. So I was like, okay. And then the author was talking about the fact that you need 66 days to develop a habit, and then it turns into a habit. And so I was like, I'm gonna go full in for 90 days, 3 months. And my last day was 2 weeks ago. So it was very interesting. So what did I do to make this easier for myself? What I did was I set up a morning routine where it was the 20-20-20 rule that was mentioned in the book as well. I did a little bit of a variation of that rule. So the initial rule was you need to do 20 minutes of intense workout, then 20 minutes of reflecting on your goals, and then 20 minutes learning a new skill. What I did instead was right after I woke up at 6 a.m., I would start a high intensity workout from 6:05 to 6:10, because I needed 5-10 minutes to wake up. From 6:10 to 6:20, I would do a high intensity workout just to get my energy up and my body, blood running through my vessel, whatever. my energy up. And then what I would do is I'd take a cold shower, which really helped actually. And then what I would do is I would brush my teeth, and then I would meditate for another 10 minutes. I would do my breathing and speaking exercises for another 10 minutes. And then what I would do is I would visualize for 5 minutes, and then have breakfast and watch a video that I am learning new skills for my business that I'm developing that would take me another 15 to 20 minutes. And so the whole thing was, it was not an hour, it was an hour and 30 minutes, but it really worked and really helped me get through every single day. So what was the physical and mental impact? Honestly, I did feel like most of the mornings I didn't want to wake up that early. Some of the mornings I didn't feel very rested. I felt a bit tired for an hour into my waking up. But generally my mood improved a lot, and I could do a lot more in a day. I could get a lot more done as I'm an early bird. So I wouldn't say that I felt incredible and I was conquering my day and everything, but I would say it was productive. So talking about productivity and time management, because I am an early bird, I could get a lot of my important responsibilities done by noon. But because I am working for myself, I don't have any boss that sits above me and tells me you need to work between this and this hours. What I noticed I ended up doing is I would still work until 5, 6 in the evening. And so by waking up 1 hour and a half earlier, I was just working 1.5 hours more. And you would say that's great. But then at some stage, I actually noticed that I would wake up, work, then I would have dinner, I'd go and work out, and then I would go to bed, and then it's the same thing all over again. And for a long period of time, I was like, this is not how I imagine my life to go. I don't want to basically live to work. Even though it's my business and I want to develop it, I'm going to be working my whole life, and I'm going to get where I want to get to. And so challenges and obstacles, honestly, this was one of the biggest challenges, that I was just working all the time, and it didn't feel to be honest, most of the mornings I was I didn't feel very well rested in the morning. So I didn't feel productive right from the start, and I couldn't even though I technically had more time, I needed some more time to get the work done than I would initially if I woke up at 7 o'clock. And I thought that was my body just adjusting to the schedule of how I go about my day. And a lot of it probably was. But there were a lot of days when I wanted to quit. I didn't see any reason to continue doing what I was doing. I didn't feel like it was adding a lot of value to my life. But when I look at the things right now, back at time right now, this is an hour and a half more of my day every single day. For 3 months, that's 90 times 1.5. That's 135 hours more to my days of productive time, which is not it has its impact. I'm sure it does. Even if I don't realize it right from the get-go, I'm sure that it did affect my productivity and my running the business. Some unexpected benefits. I started waking up for the sunrise, which was great. It's very, it just does something to you when you're watching the sun come up. It's a new begin. I don't know. It's a new beginning. You feel energized, motivated. It's great to watch the sunrise, and almost every day. I would say every other day, because some of the days it would be cloudy and you wouldn't really see the sun. But it just does something to you. I don't know, it's weird. I can't explain it, but it was great. And also it was great for my discipline, because I am that sort of guy who is disciplined because they are, stubborn. So if I told myself I'm going to wake up every single day at 6 a.m. by this date, I'm going to do it, because otherwise I'm going to be you didn't do it, you didn't keep your promise, you're a failure. No, exactly. But you know what I mean. How did that impact my personal life? To be completely honest with you, it was not great. So as I mentioned, I didn't have too much time for anything else other than working out outside of work, eating, and then spending an hour maybe in the evening for myself, and then just going back to bed. Between taking care of myself. So I didn't actually have too much time to be with friends. A lot of times I would be with friends, and the way they would react is I'd say I'm going to bed at 9:30, and they would be like, Ilko, why are you doing this? they would look at me like not in a, you would say those are not your friends when they're reacting like that. But it's a bit difficult when you are like always the first person to leave the table, you're always the first one to go to bed, and I have to be at home at 9 o'clock so that I can do my evening routine, so that I can go to bed at 10 minutes to 10. So it did affect my relationships with friends a little bit. They stopped inviting me to dinners as often. We stopped hanging out as much. I started seeing them less often. But I guess that's the price you have to pay if you have to, like, it's just about priorities, right? So if you're looking to start waking up at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. or whatever, think about the reason why you want to do it in the first place. I wanted to have more time so that I can get more productive things done early in the morning for my business. If you have decided that you are going to do it, I'm going to let you know right away. It's not easy, and you need to set up structures in place to make sure that it's going to be possible for you to actually wake up and do stuff. For me, that was high intensity workouts and cold showers that really did it. And also my goal of why I want to wake up at 6 a.m., what I want to do with my time. So if you have decided, this would be my advice, like define your goals, why you want to wake up that early, and set protocols in place of why you want to wake up that early and what you're going to do with your time. Because that way you're going to be more likely to actually wake up. And something also that helps is, what I did was I put my phone in the other room, and every time the alarm would go off, I actually need to wake up and stand and walk to the other room and actually take my phone and turn off the alarm. So it's all about discipline that really helped me go through it. All of these things that helped me kind of push through it. My overall experience with it was that I became more productive, but it also affected my relationships with friends and family and my personal life. So I found myself in a situation where I'm like, there was not a lot of work-life balance. So I was working more and just sleeping and working more. Will I continue to wake up at 6 a.m.? I don't know. To be completely honest, what I started doing right now is I would go to bed around 10, and then I would wake up between 6 and 6:30. I would naturally wake up without an alarm. I've set up my alarm for 7 a.m. now, and I wake up before the alarm. I have some time to like sit in bed for 2 or 3 minutes to actually like think about my life, think about what I dreamed about. Then I would get out of bed, and I've told myself that I'm not going to start my day at 8, but I'm going to start at 8:30 or 9, and that actually works a lot better for me, because when I wake up it might be 6:15 rather than 6, but I actually feel rested and restored. But if I hadn't woken up for 3 months every single day religiously at 6 a.m., I wouldn't have been able to wake up by myself at 6:15. And a lot of times I'm not even sleeping 8 hours. I'm sleeping 7 hours 30 minutes, 7 hours 15, 7:40, but I still feel rested and energized, and that helps me get a lot more done actually. So if you have decided to try this challenge for 3 months, I would recommend first listening to the audiobook, The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma, defining your goals, and definitely let me know down in the comments if you're gonna try this. Send this video to a friend if they have decided that they're gonna take on this challenge. Tag them in the comments down below and challenge them to do it with you. I think that when you're doing it with someone else, it's 5 times more powerful, and it's gonna be much easier actually. Like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos. In some of the upcoming videos, we're gonna be talking about how to start your day like a millionaire, like all of the successful people, like all of the celebrities. So if you want to see this video, definitely comment down below, and I am gonna see you in the next video. Bye.